You cried out for help. You knelt down, exhausted, and wept in the dark so no one would notice. Yet you still rose the next morning. You didn't know it, but in that moment when everything felt lost, it was my hand that held you. You didn't see it, but I fought for you while you slept. You didn't hear it, but hell fell silent when I shouted your name. My son, my daughter, you endured a silent war. No one applauded you. No one saw it. But I did. I was there when your soul screamed without words. I was there when sorrow tried to settle in your chest. And now I come to tell you, the turning point has arrived. This is not hype or emotion. It is heaven in motion. And when heaven moves, the earth trembles. But listen closely to what I reveal now. Before the change manifests, the enemy will attempt one last attack. He will try to steal your peace, isolate you again, and wound you through those you love. But I am your shield, and as your God I declare, nothing will stop what I've already released over your life. You only need to stand firm and put me first. Write in the comments as one who plants a flag in the spiritual realm, I am shielded by God and nothing will stop me. Write it boldly, write it with faith. This is not foolishness. It is a war won with words of faith. And pay attention. Click like. It's not just support, it's activating a prophetic seal. Click as one who says, I accept this promise. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do it now, because this message didn't reach you by accident. You didn't notice it at first. They came with hugs, sweet words, and compliments that sounded sincere. But behind those gestures was a thirst, not for love, but for control, for dominance, for draining the most valuable thing you have, your essence. They surrounded you slowly, like shadows adapting to light. They disguised themselves as advice, affection, even prayer. But inside, their hearts were far from me. And when you began to feel a weariness that wasn't physical, when your ideas stopped flowing, when your soul began to fall silent, that's when I began to act. My child, there are people who don't want to see you grow. They can't stand your light, but they pretend to admire you. They applaud you in public, but whisper your name behind your back. They feed off your strength, but are never there when you need support. What you've been feeling lately is not normal. That constant fatigue, that emptiness without reason, that doubt that paralyzes you every time you think about starting over. It's not just emotional, it's spiritual. You are being drained by relationships that exhaust your soul. And today, I, the Lord, am showing you. It's time to cut off that access. It's time to close spiritual doors to those who only enter to steal. I didn't call you to live depleted. I called you to overflow. Yes, it will hurt to recognize who's been siphoning what's yours. It will hurt to understand that some people only came close out of self-interest. But it's necessary, because if you keep allowing it, soon you'll be too weak to hear my voice. I didn't create you to depend on the affection of those who feed on your pain. I made you walk with discernment, to love with wisdom, and to protect your energy like a treasure, because it is. Today I give you this revelation because I want to restore your vitality. I want your soul to breathe again. I want to see you smile with ease, not just survive the days, but you must obey. You must leave environments that suffocate you. You must distance yourself from those who only show up when they want something. You must have the courage to say no, even if they look at you with contempt. Understand, protecting your peace is also an act of faith. Right now in the comments, I will protect myself. God is my strength. Leave it as a spiritual seal, a decree of liberation. And now, with faith and determination, click like as one who seals this word. Show that you've received it. Show that you've understood it, because every act of faith carries weight in the unseen. You're still here, and that alone is a sign of resilience. You could have closed this video, ignored these words, gone on with your day as if nothing happened. But something inside you is awakening. It's your spirit responding to a truth that's been silent for too long. Have you noticed how certain people only seek you out when they need something, but disappear when you're the one who's weak? Have you felt drained after certain conversations, as if something was ripped out from within you? It's not an exaggeration. It's not a drama. It's real. These are toxic connections, spiritually exhausting, acting like invisible cracks in your emotional foundation. You're living a silent war against environments that drain your energy. And the most dangerous part? Many of those environments wear familiar faces. I haven't revealed this to scare you, but to open your eyes. You must begin to watch who surrounds you. Not every presence is companionship. Not every smile holds good intentions. Some approach as allies, but secretly enjoy seeing your soul in chaos, your faith shaken, your peace weakened. Why does this happen? Because you carry light, even if you don't realize it. You carry a presence that unsettles those who dwell in darkness. They can't explain it, but they feel it. And that's why they try to drain you, distract you, and slowly empty you. But today, I, the Lord, come to put an end to it. You will no longer walk exhausted, dragging yourself, feeling like something is missing, even when everything looks fine on the outside. You will recover your strength, your clarity, your presence. But for that, you must obey me. Step away from what pulls you down. Leave cycles that don't heal you, only keep you trapped in guilt, fear, and doubt. Choose to be where truth lives. Do not trade your peace for crumbs of attention. You were not called to please everyone, but to walk with purpose. And if this message has reached you, it's not by chance. You were chosen to break the influence that's been silently dimming your light. Right now, without fear, I choose to be free. Nothing and no one will drain my soul again. Leave that phrase in the comments as a declaration in the spiritual realm. Do not underestimate the power of your words. Now listen closely, because the justice you've been waiting for is about to manifest. You've carried the weight of humiliation, hurtful words, and betrayal from those who chose to belittle you. You've felt the anguish of being overlooked, treated with disdain, ignored when you most needed to be seen. But I want you to know, nothing escaped my eyes. The law of return never fails. Every gesture against you, every malicious whisper, every attempt to dim your light is being recorded in heaven. This is not human revenge. This is not a coincidence. This is divine order in motion, preparing the exact moment for balance to be restored. Those who humiliated you and mocked your efforts are already beginning to reap the consequences of their actions. Don't think they'll walk away untouched. What was sown in injustice will now bloom in downfall, desperation, and loneliness. Those who made you feel small will witness your strength rise in a way they can no longer ignore. But I say to you, do not wait to see their suffering. Your victory is not about their defeat. It's about your restoration. Never allow hatred to take root in your heart. True justice is revealed when you maintain your integrity, when you choose not to stoop to the level of your enemy, but instead remain firm in your faith, your character, and your love. The law of divine return will act without you lifting a finger to harm anyone. Let time and heaven work on your behalf. Every humiliation will become a stepping stone for your growth. Every bitter word will fuel your determination. And those who tried to bring you down will see you standing exactly where I intended from the beginning, strong, prepared, and ready to receive the blessings reserved for you. If this word touches your heart, write in the comments, I trust in God's justice and remain in peace. Click like as a gesture of faith. It strengthens this prophecy. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now so you don't miss the powerful revelations to come. I will show you how to transform the pain of betrayal into a shield that protects your soul. You will learn to use the strength of truth to neutralize every attack that comes against you. Don't leave. God's justice is arriving, and you will witness its transforming power. Prepare to understand that true transformation happens in the silence of the soul. While those who humiliated you face the consequences, you are being shaped for something greater, stronger, and wiser. The pain you carried, the rejection you endured, the loneliness you survived, all of it is being refined within you, polishing your character and expanding your vision. Do not let resentment dim the light of what's coming. The peace I want to give you is more valuable than any revenge. It is the armor that will protect you from future attacks, the shield that will prevent old wounds from bleeding again. Because true power is not in returning evil, but in overcoming evil with good. You are called to be light in the midst of darkness, to be an example of strength and forgiveness, to show that it is possible to overcome without losing your humanity. The law of return is already at work. In the meantime, your mission is to keep the faith and keep moving forward, even when everything feels difficult. Stay firm in the purpose I placed in your heart. Do not be discouraged by provocations or words meant to tear you down. Every step taken with confidence and serenity strengthens the path prepared for you, and the doors that were unjustly closed will open to reveal opportunities no one can take from you. Write now in the comments with conviction, my faith is unshakable and my victory is certain. Let this moment become a milestone in your spiritual journey. The pain of separation is a deep wound that few can fully understand. It's not just the physical absence of someone. It invades the heart, the spirit, and even your most intimate thoughts. When someone you loved leaves your life, it feels as though the world loses its balance and everything turns gray. But I want you to know that pain is not in vain. Separation is an invitation to transformation. It is a call to return to yourself, to discover who you are beyond broken ties. Though it may feel like emptiness, it is in solitude that your soul finds space to reorganize, to heal, and to grow stronger. This is a moment of silent growth that no one sees, but I am orchestrating it with tenderness and precision. You may feel sadness tightening your chest, longing invading your mind, and fear whispering that you'll never find what was lost. All of that is real and valid, and I give you permission to feel it and to cry. But do not let that pain become a prison. It can be the bridge to something new, to a renewed life, to a fresh beginning filled with hope. I ask you, do not shut yourself off from the world. Do not let the past steal your future. Every tear you've shed is being collected by me, and I am turning them into living water to nourish your weary soul. Even when it feels like I'm far away, I am right beside you, holding your hand, ready to guide you toward the peace you long for. Write in the comments, I surrender my pain to God and accept the healing He brings. Let this declaration be the seed of a new cycle. And don't forget to click like so this message reaches someone who needs to hear they are not alone. If you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to continue receiving strength and direction in life's hardest moments. It doesn't eliminate difficulties, but it gives you strength to face them without losing your calm, even when everything seems to fall apart. To cultivate it, you must silence the external voices that feed fear and doubt. Learn to listen to the gentle voice within, the one I place in your heart to guide you with wisdom and assurance. In that voice is the truth that calms anxiety, dispels darkness, and reveals the path even when it seems lost. Remember, serenity is a fruit of the Spirit, a treasure developed through the practice of forgiveness, gratitude, and surrender. Forgiving doesn't mean forgetting the wounds, it means freeing yourself from the prison they impose, allowing your heart to open again to love and hope. Being grateful, even for the small signs of care and protection you receive, is an act of recognizing my constant work in your life, even when you don't see it. And surrendering means accepting that not everything is under your control, but that I, with all my strength and wisdom, am working for your greatest good. That peace you can cultivate will be the solid foundation to rebuild everything that has been lost. It will nourish your soul, strengthen your character, and prepare your spirit to receive the blessings reserved for you. Even if the road seems long and difficult, every step taken in faith is a victory no obstacle can erase. Write in the comments, I choose the peace that comes from God and move forward with confidence. This commitment strengthens your spirit and inspires others to seek the serenity that transforms lives. Click like to help spread this message and reach those who need this hope. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to receive the upcoming revelations that will strengthen your spiritual journey. Renewing your faith is a process that requires perseverance and total surrender, because it's often tested when everything seems lost. It's in that moment of greatest vulnerability that your trust in me must become unshakable, like a rock standing firm in the storm. True faith is not the absence of doubt. It's the decision to keep going, even when the path is dark and the results are not yet visible. When discouragement tries to invade your heart, remember all the times I was with you, holding your hand, guiding your steps, even when you didn't realize it. Every difficulty you faced is a brick building the fortress of your soul. And I continue working to open doors where there were once only walls. Your spiritual renewal will be visible to all, because the transformation that happens within overflows into your actions, your words, and your way of living. Do not let the past define you, nor let fear of failure stop you from taking the next step. I am preparing new paths, opportunities that only those who truly trust can see and reach. Open your heart to receive the blessings that are arriving. Even if they seem small now, they are the beginning of a great victory. Trust in my providence and don't exhaust yourself trying to control what isn't in your hands. Complete surrender to me brings rest to the weary soul and creates space for miracles to unfold. You are not walking alone. I am with you, renewing your strength and fortifying your spirit so that no obstacle is greater than your determination. Write in the comments, I renew my faith in God and move forward with hope. This simple yet meaningful act creates a spiritual connection that strengthens everyone walking this path. The ability to recognize the opportunities before you is a gift that can be developed through spiritual sensitivity and attentiveness to my subtle work. Often, those opportunities come disguised, hidden in simple circumstances or even challenges that appear to be obstacles. That's why it's essential to cultivate an open heart, willing to see beyond appearances and prepared to act with wisdom at the right moment. I, who know every detail of your life, place signs and open doors before you, even when the world seems closed. But it is you who must discern and choose to walk through them. Do not let fear or doubt keep you from moving forward toward what I have already prepared as a blessing on your path. Faith is not passive. It requires bold action and trust in my guidance. To observe attentively also means learning to listen with your heart, to perceive the subtle confirmations I send through words, people, and even unexpected circumstances. Sometimes opportunity arrives as advice, a chance encounter, or a challenge that pushes you to grow. Do not reject these manifestations. Receive them as part of the plan I have for you, for they are instruments of your progress. Be patient, for the pace of change does not always match your immediate desires. Trust that God's timing is perfect, that He is never late and never fails to fulfill His promises. Your task is to remain watchful, faithful, and ready to act when the doors open, even if the path seems uncertain. If this message resonates in your heart, write in the comments, I am attentive to God's blessings and ready to act. That declaration strengthens your commitment and draws grace into your life. Don't forget to click like so this word reaches others who need hope and direction. And if you're not yet part of this channel, subscribe to continue receiving teachings that illuminate your spiritual journey. The promises I made at the beginning of your journey were not empty words or fleeting wishes. They were sacred declarations, decrees born from my eternal heart, anchored in the certainty of my infinite power and love. When you cried out for change, I listened attentively. Every plea is precious to me, and every tear shed does not fall in vain. Those promises are like seeds planted in the fertile soil of your soul, waiting for the right moment to sprout and bloom into a reality you cannot yet fully imagine. I see what you do not see, the movement of heaven, the alignment of circumstances, the preparation of people and resources that will be used to fulfill what has been decreed for your life. No opposing force can prevent what I have determined with love and precision. The promise is not only about a distant future, it is about a transformation that begins now. It is the rebirth of hope in the midst of difficulty, the opening of doors where there were once barriers, the restoration of everything lost or stolen. I am bringing to light what was hidden, lifting what was cast down, and illuminating dark paths so you can move forward with confidence and joy. Do not let fear or disbelief cause you to give up prematurely. Trust that I am faithful to fulfill every word, even when the world's clock seems to tick against you. Your perseverance fuels the fulfillment of those promises, because faith that remains firm is the force that moves the universe. Write in the comments, "I believe in God's promises and wait with faith." That confession strengthens your covenant with me and activates blessings beyond human understanding. Preparing to receive the blessings I have reserved for you requires more than expectation. It demands a heart willing to change, to grow, and to trust fully in my work. It's not enough to wait passively for a miracle. You must align your life with the principles I teach, strengthening your character and adjusting your attitudes to my perfect will. That inner transformation is the soil where true blessings can flourish and multiply, ensuring that what arrives remains and bears fruit. You must learn to recognize the obstacles still within you, fears, doubts, resentments, and face them with courage and prayer. Free yourself from the weight that ties you to the past, from the wounds that weaken your spirit, and from false beliefs that limit your vision of the future. When you place yourself in a posture of humility and surrender, I can work without restriction, filling every void with my peace and renewing your strength. Obedience to my commands is essential for the doors to truly open. This is not a magical formula. It is a daily path of alignment and faithfulness, where each step is guided by my light and every decision made in communion with me. That harmony is what prepares you to receive blessings in their fullness, preventing them from being wasted or rejected due to lack of preparation. I invite you to cultivate a life of constant prayer, where dialogue with me is not just a request, but a space to listen, learn, and rest. In that communion, you will find the answers, direction, and strength needed to remain firm, even in the face of difficulty. Remember, man's time is not my time. Waiting is often preparation for something far greater than you can imagine. Write in the comments, "I am ready to receive God's blessings with faith and obedience." That declaration seals your commitment and opens spiritual doors for the fulfillment of divine purposes. Click like, so this message reaches more people who need this guidance and hope. And if you haven't subscribed yet, do so now to continue receiving these revelations that nourish the soul. Perseverance in the face of delay is a rare virtue, cultivated by those who understand that true triumph is not measured by time, but by sustained faith during the wait. When patience becomes your ally, you find strength to continue even when the signs seem silent and the path unclear. This resilience transforms your journey, shapes your character, and reveals the depth of your commitment to the purpose I've designed for you. It's natural for discouragement to try to creep in, for doubts to arise and weariness to tempt you to give up before the victory. But I am here to remind you, every battle fought, every moment of persistence is being seen and valued. Nothing you face is in vain. Every effort, no matter how small, is part of building something magnificent, beyond human understanding. The key to keeping faith alive is to nourish your spirit with words of hope, rapid and constant prayer, and strengthen your mind with the certainty of my unwavering love. Connect with me daily, even if only for moments, and allow my presence to renew your strength and clarify your thoughts. When you do this, Even heaven's silence becomes a voice of comfort and direction. Surround yourself with people who uplift, inspire, and walk in the same pursuit of light. Fellowship with those who share faith and hope strengthens your heart and creates an environment ripe for spiritual and emotional growth. Never underestimate the power of a hug, a kind word, or sincere support in life's crucial moments. If this message ignites a flame within you, write in the comments, "I will persevere in faith and trust in God's timing." That affirmation is a covenant of resilience. It draws blessings and encourages others to remain steadfast. The harvest that's approaching is the result of quiet, consistent work behind the scenes of your life, where every effort and prayer has been sown with intention and true faith. Even when it seems like nothing is happening, know that the seeds planted are germinating beneath the surface, preparing strong roots to sustain the growth that's coming. This moment is a test of your ability to wait with hope, to remain firm even when visibility is low and results feel distant. Be careful not to confuse silence with abandonment, because I have never left you, not for a single moment. The patience you're exercising now will ensure that your harvest is abundant and lasting, preventing fruit that withers quickly. Every tear shed, every challenge faced is part of the process that not only prepares what you'll receive, but also shapes who you'll become along the way. Stay focused on what is eternal and true. Don't be distracted by false promises or temporary fillers the world offers. Your soul longs for something deeper, a peace that transcends circumstances, and only I can give it in full. Even in the hardest hours, turn your gaze toward me. Let my presence strengthen and guide you beyond visible limits. Write in the comments, "I am ready for the harvest God has prepared, and I trust in His faithfulness." That declaration seals your posture of faith and opens doors for the blessings that are on their way. The changes I'm preparing for you may feel challenging, even uncomfortable, because what transforms your life often requires stepping out of your comfort zone and letting go of old habits, thoughts, and relationships that no longer build you up. But these changes are necessary for the new to be established with strength and truth. They are a clear sign that you're being elevated to a new level, spiritually, emotionally, and even physically, where prosperity and fulfillment walk hand in hand with faith and wisdom. When you feel inner resistance, when fear or doubt try to paralyze you, remember, that's natural when facing the unknown. But I am with you, to strengthen you, renew your courage, and remind you that every step toward change is a step toward the purpose I've planned for you from the beginning. Do not fear the process. I guide your steps with precision and love, even when you don't perceive it. You'll be surprised by how these transformations open unexpected doors, connect you with people and situations that propel your journey, and reveal talents and gifts that were hidden. Opening yourself to the new is an invitation to become the best version of yourself, the one I envisioned when I created you with such care and love. So accept the changes with an open heart and a receptive mind, knowing they are instruments of my work in your life, for your growth and lasting joy. Don't cling to what was. Embrace what's arriving with unwavering faith and trust. Write in the comments, "I accept God's changes and trust His plan for me." This act strengthens your surrender and draws powerful blessings to your path. We've reached the end of this message, which carries the power of renewal and true hope. I want you to walk away with the certainty that even when everything feels uncertain and the path seems dark, I am by your side, guiding each step with immense love and infinite wisdom. No struggle you face goes unnoticed. No tear you shed falls in vain. Every challenge is a step that lifts you higher. Every trial is preparation for the blessings that are approaching. Remember, you were not created to live in doubt or fear, but to walk with confidence and courage, sustained by the kind of faith that transforms lives. The road may seem long, but every moment is valuable and part of the perfect plan I have for you. Do not give up. Do not surrender to weariness or sadness. Within you lives a strength greater than any obstacle. Remain firm in prayer, constant in seeking my embrace, and open to receiving the changes that will lead you to a glorious future. Trust in divine timing, even when the wait feels difficult, because I never fail, and my promises are eternal. Let this word be fuel for your soul, a beacon that lights your path, even in the darkest nights. Write in the comments with faith, I surrender to God's will and trust fully in His love and care. That declaration seals a powerful covenant. It strengthens your walk and draws peace that surpasses all understanding. Click like as a gesture of faith and hope so this message reaches other hearts thirsty for strength and renewal. And if you're not yet part of this community, subscribe to receive more words that build and transform lives. Now take a deep breath and feel the presence of the Creator surrounding you, wrapping you in infinite love and preparing the ground for a new era in your life. You are loved, protected, and chosen to accomplish great things. Keep moving forward with courage, because the best is yet to come, and I will be with you today and always. Prayer of surrender, faith, and renewal. Lord God Almighty, loving and merciful Father, I come before your throne of grace with humility and reverence, recognizing that without you, I am nothing and can do nothing. Thank you for your unfailing faithfulness, for your constant presence, even in the hardest moments, for your hand that holds me when everything around me seems to fall apart. Right now, I surrender every fear that lives in my heart, every doubt that paralyzes me, every sadness that insists on staying. Transform, Lord, every anguish into peace, every tear into renewed hope, every weakness into strength to keep fighting. I ask you, renew my spirit. Fill my being with your infinite love and restoring power. Let me feel your presence guiding my steps, opening doors where there were once walls, lighting the way, even in the darkest nights. Strengthen my faith so it becomes like a firm rock, unshakable in life's storms. Teach me to trust you with all my heart, to rest in the certainty that you are the God who never abandons. Deliver me from every negative influence. Protect my heart and mind from thoughts that do not come from you. Give me wisdom to discern what is good, courage to act according to your will, and patience to wait for the perfect timing that only you know. Let me be an instrument of peace. May the love I receive from you overflow to those around me. May my words be light for those in darkness, and may my actions reflect your glory in every moment. Thank you for loving me first, for having a purpose for my life, for preparing a future full of hope and blessings. I surrender everything now, my past, my present, and my future, trusting that you will make all things new. In the name of Jesus Christ, my Savior and Redeemer, I pray and trust. Amen.